Imagine a world of towering castles and magnificent cathedrals. Knights in shining armor clash on the battlefield. Monks meticulously copy ancient texts by candlelight. This is the world of medieval Europe, a period of both darkness and light, brutality and beauty. It is a time that continues to captivate us with its tales of chivalry, faith, and human resilience. From the fall of the Roman Empire to the dawn of the Renaissance, medieval Europe witnessed immense change and upheaval. This era, spanning roughly 1,000 years, was a melting pot of cultures, beliefs, and conflicts. It was a time when Europe forged its own identity, distinct from the classical world that came before. In this essay, we will embark on a journey through medieval Europe. We will explore the social structures, the dominant forces, and the key events that shaped this fascinating period. Prepare to be transported back in time as we delve into the lives of peasants and kings, monks and merchants. The Middle Ages, often referred to as the medieval period, emerged from the ashes of the Roman Empire. As Roman power crumbled in the 5th century AD, Europe fragmented into a patchwork of smaller kingdoms. These kingdoms were often ruled by Germanic tribes who had migrated across the continent. The early Middle Ages, from roughly the 5th to the 10th centuries, were a time of instability and transition. Invasions were common, and life was often precarious. Yet amidst the chaos, a new order began to emerge. Christianity, which had spread throughout the Roman Empire, became a unifying force. By the 10th century, Europe had entered a period of relative stability and growth. This era, known as the High Middle Ages, saw the rise of powerful kingdoms, the expansion of trade, and a flourishing of art and culture. It is during this time that we see the emergence of iconic images of the Middle Ages: the knight in shining armor, the majestic Gothic cathedral, and the bustling medieval city. To understand medieval European society, imagine a pyramid. At the very top sat the king, the ultimate ruler of the land. The king granted land called a fief to nobles in exchange for loyalty and military service. These nobles in turn divided their land among lesser lords, creating a chain of obligation that extended down to the peasantry. This system, known as feudalism, was the backbone of medieval society. It provided structure and order in a time when central authority was often weak. Peasants, who formed the base of the pyramid, worked the land owned by the lords. In return for their labor, they received protection and a small portion of the harvest. Life for peasants was harsh and demanding. They toiled long hours in the fields, subject to the whims of nature and their feudal lords. Their diet was simple and often meager, and their homes were basic and lacked modern amenities. Yet despite the hardships, they formed the backbone of the medieval economy, providing the food and labor that sustained society. While the feudal system dictated the political and economic order, the Catholic Church held immense spiritual and cultural sway. Religion permeated every aspect of medieval life, from birth to death. The Church provided not only spiritual guidance but also education, healthcare, and social welfare. Monasteries, scattered across the countryside, became centers of learning and preserved classical knowledge during the turbulent early Middle Ages. The Church also played a key role in shaping moral values and social norms. Its teachings emphasized humility, charity, and the importance of the afterlife. The Church's influence extended even to the battlefield, as evidenced by the Crusades. These religious wars, launched by European Christians to recapture the Holy Land from Muslim rule, demonstrate the Church's power to mobilize entire societies. The Crusades, while ultimately unsuccessful in their primary objective, had a profound impact on Europe, stimulating trade and cultural exchange with the East. Section 5. Tumultuous Times. The High Middle Ages, though marked by progress and prosperity, were not without their share of turmoil. The 14th century in particular proved to be a time of unprecedented crisis. Famine, war, and plague ravaged Europe, leaving an indelible mark on the medieval psyche. The Black Death, a devastating pandemic that swept through Europe in the mid-14th century, decimated the population. The plague, spread by fleas carried by rats, killed an estimated 1/3 to 1/2 of Europe's population. The Black Death had a profound impact on all aspects of society, leading to labor shortages, economic disruption, and widespread social unrest. The 100 Years' War, a protracted conflict between England and France, further exacerbated the challenges of the 14th century. This devastating war, fought over control of the French throne, dragged on for over a century, causing widespread destruction and loss of life. Section 6. Legendary figures. The pages of medieval history are filled with captivating figures, both legendary and historical, who left an indelible mark on their time. Charlemagne, a towering figure of the early Middle Ages, stands out for his military prowess and administrative skills. Crowned Holy Roman Emperor in 800 AD, Charlemagne united much of Western Europe under his rule. He is credited with fostering a revival of learning and culture known as the Carolingian Renaissance. Joan of Arc, a young peasant woman who rose to prominence during the Hundred Years' War, embodies the spirit of faith and courage. Claiming divine guidance, Joan rallied the French forces and led them to several key victories against the English. These individuals, though separated by time and circumstance, exemplify the dynamism and complexity of the medieval period. Their stories, passed down through generations, continue to inspire and intrigue us today. Section 7. A glimpse into medieval life. What was it like to live in medieval Europe? For most people, life revolved around the rhythms of the agricultural calendar. Peasants worked the land, planting and harvesting crops, while also tending to livestock. Their diet consisted mainly of bread, porridge, and vegetables, supplemented by occasional meat or fish. Clothing was simple and practical, made from wool, linen, or leather. Homes, often one-room dwellings, were sparsely furnished and lacked modern conveniences. Entertainment was largely communal, with festivals, religious processions, and storytelling providing welcome diversions from the hardships of daily life. Despite the lack of material comforts, medieval life was rich in tradition and social interaction. People found solace in their faith, their communities, and the enduring cycles of nature. Their resilience and ingenuity in the face of hardship is a testament to the human spirit. Section 8. The enduring legacy. The medieval period, though often dismissed as the Dark Ages, laid the foundation for modern Europe. The legacy of this era can be seen in the architecture of our cities, the institutions of our governments, and the values we hold dear. The feudal system, though long gone, shaped the development of European political thought and institutions. The Catholic Church, while its influence has waned, played a pivotal role in shaping Western civilization, preserving knowledge and fostering art and culture. The medieval period, with its triumphs and tragedies, its innovations and limitations, serves as a reminder of the complexities of the human experience. It is a period that continues to fascinate us, challenging our assumptions and enriching our understanding of the world we live in today.